Well, good evening. My name is Dr. Richard A. Cross, and I'm the founder of the Black Male Impact. Today, I'm here with Mr. Hickman. Mr. Hickman, welcome to the Black Male Impact. Whilst we're doing this pop-up in schools and different places in the community.
Well, thank you. My name is Mr. Hickman. I'm a science teacher at Greenbelt Middle School. I've been doing science for approximately 7 years in Greenbelt, Maryland.
Man, that's great. And one of the things that I really admire, being that we have been hearing that we need more black men in the classroom, which we know they have said via research that it's only 2% black men in the classroom. So that's really great, because what they also say is that students do better with black male teachers. Not only black male students, all students.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So what are the students' response to you being in the classroom?
Well, like I said, I'm new to teaching, about 7 years. It's my second profession. I came from industry. I was a chemist for about 20 plus years.
Okay.
I started off in a laboratory, I managed people. As far as this, I did notice when I first came to teach in 2019, some of the seasoned veteran teachers did notice that, hey, they say, hey, Mr. Hickman, the students do respond to you differently.
Oh, wow.
So they do respond to me differently. I think a couple years, I had a sixth grade last year. Said it's the first time they ever seen had a male teacher, a black male teacher, which I was surprised because it's Maryland. So I was like, oh, but I was surprised, but it was good to hear. So,
well, it's always good, especially when you know the statistics and how students do perform when they do have a black male teacher. But I'm just going to shift gear a little bit.
Sure.
Because, with the Black Male Impact, I want to talk to black men about some of the things that we're doing and what we need to do, and us being leaders and mentors for the next generation. So one of the questions I have for you today, what does leadership look like to you? And how are you demonstrated in your daily life?
What leadership looks like to me? Well, leaders is basically a good leader is, first of all, you have to be able to follow.
Okay.
Before you can become a good leader, you need to know how to follow wherever you're doing. Leaders take responsibility for their actions. Leaders lead. They have good ideas. They think outside the box.
Okay.
That's what I think leaders, in my mind, what a leader is. I think an important quality of a leader is got to be trustworthy. I think trust is, when I did have employees in the pharmaceutical industry, they would say, Mr. Hickman, I trust you. But if you be truthful and just tell the truth, that's good for leadership. Just be trustworthy.
I think that is really important. But as you talk about, your previous career as a chemist.
Yes.
And we don't really meet a lot of black men in that field. What was it like, as a chemist?
Well, as a chemist, it was interesting. So I graduated with I went to undergrad at Morgan State University in Baltimore, Maryland. I got a bachelor's of science in chemistry, and I went on in Southern Illinois University at Edwardsville, got a master's in chemistry. And I thought about going. I did Upward Bound. There's a program called Upward Bound.
Okay.
Basically, taught 2 summers Upward Bound program. I enjoyed teaching. But when I graduated from graduate school, I decided to go into industry.
Okay.
The company I worked for, I worked in research and development.
Okay.
So it was different. It was about 125 personnel in R&D, and I was only. In '95, I was the only black person.
Wow.
Then black male. So the facility manufacturing plant was about 1,000 people, and I think it was a couple guys that were African Americans that worked in manufacturing.
Okay.
It was no more than 5 men out of about 1,000.
So being that you were the only black male in your department, how did that make you feel? Did it make you feel like you want to show up less than yourself, or you were the type of person who demonstrate your best qualities despite the environment?
Well, I've always been a hard worker.
Okay.
I tell the kids, I tell all the kids, look, you don't have to be the smartest in the room.
Okay.
You don't have to know everything, but if you work hard, you're gonna be successful.
And I think
it did well for me when I was in the pharmaceutical industry. I worked hard. I always worked hard, even in high school. I was working 40 hours a week.
Oh, wow.
In high school, I wanted a car, so I wanted a car, so I did what I had to do to get a car. So I had to hard work and still. So I think when I been on the mail, I just worked hard, and even my bosses comment, "Oh, Richie, you should, when you gonna leave?" I was like, "Well, when I finish the job, I'll leave."
That's right.
So when I finish the job, I'll leave. So I think hard work, and I did look around, and I questioned, just wasn't a lot of people that looked like me. So that was, I questioned it, but that was how the society was.
So you make sure you work hard enough so they didn't have any excuses
Yes.
to say about you. So I'm going to ask this question on role models. Who has been the most influential role model in your life, and how have they shaped your journey?
Well, the most influential role model in my life was my dad.
Okay.
He just gave me good life lessons about what to do, how to act.
Okay.
I came from my mom and dad were not married, so I came from a single parent home. And I guess when you become a teenager, black male teenager, you just rebel. You get tired of hearing your mom all the time.
That's right.
So you just so she would call my father over, he would come talk to me, and he would say, "Hey, this is how we act." And my father was a hard worker, and he would tell me stories about he was in the Korean War, and when he came back from the war, he was selling Missouri and Arkansas. Some places he couldn't go to, so he moved to the St. Louis area, and he just hearing those stories, so that put stuff in, put drive in me hearing stories, and he just told me how to be a man. Look, this is what men do. When you get 18, you gotta leave the house. You gotta go out here and make something of yourself. And it's funny, he did pay me for grades, so that motivated me a little bit. So he gave me a little money for the grades, so that kind of motivated me as far as education, school. So I was like, well, I want to do well, so I can get some money for my pops.
Okay.
So he was my greatest influence, because he was there, and he spoke life into me. So.
Okay, so you would encourage the parents to provide some form of reward to their kids so they can push. I don't know. I'm just saying.
I've read stuff. They say, "Oh, you shouldn't pay kids for grades." I don't know if you shouldn't. All I know is it worked for me. It worked for me. So some children work for it, some children may not. It was just motivation. So by the time I got to high school, I equated, good grades with more money. So, if I make good grades, I get more money. And I tell the kids, well, if you make good grades, you do well in the school, you're rewarded. Okay. I got a scholarship, so that was a reward for my making decent grades and testing well.
And I think that's a great way of looking at it. Telling the kids that there will be some form of reward.
Yes.
For their good work.
Yes.
It may not be financial reward, but as you say, you got a scholarship.
So, well, it's financial, technically. Yeah.
That's right, because you didn't have to pay for the education.
No.
And as you said earlier, before we start this conversation, you said education is the greatest equalizer. Yes, great equalizer. I tell my sixth graders, even the students who are new to the country, we have a lot of newer students from international,
all over the world. I mean, Central America, Africa, Ukraine. Got a couple of Ukrainians all over the world. And look, education is going to be your success. I say, look, and I tell the kids who speak 2 languages, look, you have an advantage over a lot of people speaking 2 or 3 languages.
Right.
You can, I only speak 1 language, yeah. So technically have an advantage. So I try to put good information to them tell them, you look, you can be successful. You just work hard. So,
Oh man, that's great.
yeah.
So my next question is on change makers. What do you believe is the greatest change Black men need to create in our community right now?
Oh, well, that's a good question. I think Black men should be there for their families. First, if they're married, be there for the wife. Definitely need to be there for the kids. It makes a difference. Growing up, when your father's there and not there, you got to be present, right? You got to be there. You can be active in your child's life. Yeah. Even if you don't have a child, if you can do, you can volunteer, big brother. There's stuff Black men can do. You can volunteer. Be seen more in the community. Be seen, helping, getting these programs to help the kids. I think they need to see that. If they see that more men out there doing stuff, I think it makes the positive influence on them.
So be involved in our homes.
Yes.
And also in our communities.
Yes, definitely involved.
Because when they see us, they will have something to aspire to.
Yes.
I really like that answer because, as they have said, it's easier to become what you see.
Yeah.
So if they see Black males doing the right thing, they may want to aspire to do
yes.
the right thing. My next question, is on opportunities. If you could build one opportunity for young Black men today, what it would be and why?
Opportunities like that. Young Black men, I think I would, I know there's some programs. I think I would want a program that focuses on education. To be in school, something with the school, basically to get young Black males to make sure they're being educated. They understand how important education is. It'd be nice to have Black men lead some programs like that. Like, hey, this is why we should try to work hard, try to be successful. Like you said earlier, we said earlier, education is a great equalizer.
Correct.
So any type of program like that, I think that'd be that'd be a game changer. I think when I came into education, it's almost when I became a teacher. I was surprised at the number of students and families. Just some of them just not prioritizing education. I mean, it's a free education. So it's free education. We need to take advantage of it. So your opportunity based around education. I think that's where you got to start. I mean, I know you can have business programs and I think you start with education, then it can expand all of it.
No, I do like the approach, or the opportunity from an education standpoint. But what I was going to, as you had said, was to make sure more males are in those spaces.
Yes.
To empower the next generation. So my final question is on legacy.
Right.
When future generations look back at this time, what do you want them to say about how Black men showed up? Especially, being that you're in the classroom, what would you like your students to say about?
Yeah. Well. Okay.
Yes.
Repeat the question again.
So this is on legacy.
Yes.
So when future generations look back at this time, what do you want them to say about how Black men showed up? And being that you're in the classroom, what would you want them to say about their experience in your class?
I would hope future generations look back and say African American men, only I can speak to this country.
Yeah.
African American men, showed up. They were involved with in education. They were involved with the community, doing stuff to make their families' lives better, their communities better, the cities better, the state and the country. Hopefully, we're involved. I mean, they can say positive things about us, and not just well, we had a few here and there. I think we just need more black men to get out here and be basically role models to the kids. Hopefully the future generations say, hey, we had a lot of great role models, these black men, and from this year to that year they showed up and they they were up to the task. So.
Yeah, and I know before we start having this conversation, I know you mentioned that a student said to you that you were the first black male teacher.
Yeah. Yeah, one of this, I was kind of surprised about that because this is Prince George's County, Maryland. So he's like, well, he was the first, I'm in 6th grade, first time he saw a black male teacher. So I was surprised, but I was happy when he said it, like, well, first impressions, everything. So I believe I made a good first impression on them. They understand what Mr. Hickman wants us to work hard, never give up, and keep striving to do their best.
Man, that's great.
So.
Well, and that's always good, when they can see or realize the value of having you in the classroom.
Yes.
So, and for those who are here with us, I want to say thanks for listening. And if you have any questions, please ask. And also, if you know where I need to show up next, please put it in the comments below. But I want to thank Mr. Hickman for taking the time today to share your thoughts with the Black Male Impact, because it is great to have black men in the classroom, and because that's one thing. If you look online, that's always a call to action. Yeah. Where are the black men?
Yeah, we're here.
Yes.
we're
so
here.
You are here.
Not in big numbers, but we're here.
Classroom. So that is really commendable.
Yeah.
Because it's one of the things that they always trying to get more black men in the classroom. But if you should say, sorry, why did you choose to be an educator?
Like I said, this was my second career, and honestly, this is what I tell the kids. Like, look, when I was in the pharmaceutical industry, I just looked around. I didn't see a lot of people that looked like me.
Wow.
I just didn't see. I was like, and I would tell my wife, I was concerned, like, well, all the kids look like me. They should. This science is not that hard. Math ain't that hard, and they're missing out on opportunities to build wealth. They're missing out on and that's why I stress that to the children. Hey, learn the math, learn the science, learn the reading, learn the writing, and you'll be fine.
You all hear that? So when the students see a black male in the classroom, especially in those fields like science, they will know, especially black males, know that they have the ability to do it, because now it's not just someone telling them. They have someone who have walked the path and have accomplished and, be